And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Throwing now is Allen as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Connect.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The kick by Bass is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton. On 1st and 10, Newton. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Cam's throw going to be taken in by Cole. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing down the run and picking up a first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton is complete to Cole. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Newton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a...
So after the INT, it's Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 29 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when this...
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Play action now. Trask. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, interceptions thrown.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Bass on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Trask. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Trask now looks to throw on 1st down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll throw again. Here's Trask. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide.
After review of the play.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Third and short yardage, Trask. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. And they go play action. Here's Trask. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mac Hollins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down with Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just worked at the